Hello everybody, my name is Douse and welcome back to another Douse Rail review in N-Gauge. Coming out of the engine shed is, I'm going to call this a very unique locomotive. It is a Caledonian Railway livery, but I'm going to wait until it pulls in before I give you the description because I've had to write it down. So, this is a grey and Farish, and it has been sold to me as a Class 2P Compound 440, number 375 in Caledonian Railway Blue. Or, Hatton's has it as a 4P. What I think it's meant to be is a Caledonian Railway 72 or 721 class. But actually, it looks more like an LMS Class 2P 440. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this is because it doesn't look like anything that Caledonian Railway, to my knowledge and research, ever had on their rails. The LMS Class 2P, which is definitely what this model I think is meant to look like, which you can tell because of the square firebox, was made in 1928. Caledonian Rail was absorbed into LMS in 1923. So I want to show you this in a bit more detail to kind of show you where I'm coming from. So here is the box, and this was the first enigma. It doesn't actually tell you what kind of locomotive it is. I spent £48 on this, so yeah, nothing on the box other than the usual guff. Luckily, it came with the registration card, and the registration card, once I find it, it's over here somewhere. Maybe had the pool motor thing pulled out, but I don't think so. So if you look at the guarantee registration card, it comes up as a 1217, and again, you see these being advertised as a 2 or a 4, but I don't think it's a proper Caledonian rail. I think it is a LMS Class 2P designed to look like a Caledonian Railway. So what about the actual locomotive itself? Like I say, number 375, which again, I couldn't find in any of my research, and what you might notice is that tender comes out quite a bit. It does have connections in the tender, but it just doesn't stay on. And look at that horrible grey wire. That kind of just, it's a bold choice to use a grey wire, which just sticks out like a sore thumb. I think maybe using a black one would be more useful. The brass gearing as well probably says this is quite an old locomotive, probably 30 or 40 years old. So considering that, she is in great nick. And despite all the questions over what or who she is, I really like her. She looks very, very pretty. The detail is okay. And again, you can notice I can't actually touch the tender without the top of it popping off. And if we just look at it a little bit more detail on the kind of lettering and the badge just at the back here, it's okay. You know, it's fine. And it's the same for the front. Again, it's okay. It's fine. But it's a lovely shade of blue. And it's in great nick. And as I'm going to show you, I thought, what should she pull around? Well, I decided to go for an LMS livery, a couple of carriages, because I thought that was the closest I could get to what she may or may not have pulled. But as you can see, she runs really well. And of course, it's helped by the fact that it has tender pickups. And so it runs really, really well at low speeds around the track. And it's fairly quiet considering the age probably of the gearing. It's probably free pool as well. So again, the fact that it's so quiet and runs so well is testament to how well it was looked after. And crucially, and the main reason I bought her, she looks great, you know. What is she? I don't know. How much do I care? I think that might be the answer I've got here. I mean, there's even one of these in the Railway Museum in York, and again, they class it as a grey and Farish 12172P compound. So it is very difficult to say who or what she is. I'm going to say that she's very, very pretty, and that for me is one of the major selling points. I love the livery. I'm going to work out what I should be doing with that wire and the tender, but as something that goes around really, really nice and looks nice, and again, that vibrant blue is just so good to look at. I would be fascinated with people if you have any idea in that, or maybe I've missed it in my research over what she's meant to be, in the comments, or if you have one of these in the comments. I rarely see these advertised or being sold, so again, it was another reason I thought I'd take a punt and purchase her. I'm happy I've got her, mainly because of the questions she's asked of me and the research I've had to go away and do. I now know loads about Caledonian Railways. And she looks great. You know, she just looks very, very different, very unique in that blue, which you don't really get in this era. And so let's send her on her way. Go on, off you go. So, there she goes. So thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your comments below. If you like this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching.